Hey guys, welcome back to Kotlin series. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the arrays. So first of all, let's understand why do we use arrays. So suppose if you need to define a 50 variable of a same type like integer or string, so then defining all the 50 variable is a big mess. So just to solve this problem, we need arrays in Kotlin or Java. So let's understand this from the code. So first of all, let's create a separate class for showing this array demo. We'll type main and then press tab. That will create our main function. And just keep it in mind, array have the fixed size, so you cannot increase or decrease the array size at the runtime. And arrays are just store the same type of data. So I'm showing you a demo of first string type. So I'm defining a array of string type. So this array can store just string. We cannot store integer, string, float all together in just one array. So I'm giving some strings inside it. Now I'm declaring another array. So this is the string array. And I'm declaring another array, that is int array. I can give a different name like array int, and it will store all the integer type values. So I'll give array of, and inside this we'll pass some integer values. Now I'm declaring another array, so where we can store more variables. So first integer array have the size of 5 items, so I'm declaring another array that have the size of few less items. So I can give 6, 7, 8. That's it. So this array have the size 3. Now let's print how we can iterate the array in a for loop. So we can print all the strings like 1 or any 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I as the string type, I'm forcefully defining that it is a string type, and inside the array, and we'll simply print it. And we'll print I. Now let's run and see what it print. So it should print 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. So hope you understand how can we declare a string type of array, integer type of array, and how can we print the value inside the array using the for loop. So let me remove that string, and now since this is already a type of string type of data it is holding, so it will just simply print the values inside it, so we don't need to forcefully defining I as a string type. Now so we are able to read the values. Now I'm showing you how can you print the index as well. So I'm declaring I as integer type and value as the string type inside our array, and we'll just use one more function, array dot with index. So with index will give us the index as well. So I'm printing I, that is the index, and value, that is the value inside our array. So now it will print both the values, index plus value. So you see, so 0th index have 1, first index have 2, second index have 3, and third index have 4. So array is always start from the 0th index. Now I'll show you how can you directly access an item from the array. So we just need to write array, and inside the square bracket we can directly pass the index. So I'm passing 1, so it will print 2 now. There you go. Because it is start from 0, so on 0th index it have 1, on first index it has 2. This is another function inside the array. We can use the get as well. So either we can use the square bracket, either we can use this get function of array that will print the 3 now on the second index. So it's taking the index and printing the value on the index 2. So on the first index and second index, it has 2 and 3. Now I'm showing you how can you update the value inside the array. So I'm going to update the value on the 0th index. So it take 2 parameter. Set function take the 2 parameter index and the value. So on the 0th index, I'm updating it with the update 100. So 1 should be replaced with the 100, and then I'm printing it on the 0th index. So what will be the value? So first it will print 1 on the 0th index, then it will print 1, and then it will print 100. So you see 1, 2 and 100. So it replaces 1 with the 100 by using the set function of our array. So this is the way we can update our array as well, and we can update the value inside the array. Now let's use our integer array and read the value, print the size, not the value. So we can print the size of this array. What is our integer array? So it should print 5. So you can see 5. So this array have 5 item, 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 item means its size is 5, but index is 0 to 4. So it start from the 0 and it has 5 values, so its size is 5. Now let me see this array, the array integer 2. So this have 3 items in it, so its size is 3, and it has 0 1 and 2 index. What if we are trying to read the value from the third index? So it has just 2 index, right? 0 1 2, and we are trying to read the value from the index third, which does not belong. So what it will do, it will throw an exception. So array index out of bound exception. So whenever we try to read any element which index is out of bound, so it throw an exception. So that is array index out of bound exception. So guys, that's all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any question, you can ask in the comment section. Thank you.